Hi guys. I wanted to take just a minute and answer one of the questions I get the most about using an e-bike for sporting clays, and that is exactly what bike to use. I always stop short of telling someone exactly what bike to buy because it is a matter of personal preference. It's what are you going to use the bike for when you're not shooting sporting clays, kind of the whole, one of the big ideas with utilizing your bike for sporting clays is that you can use it for other things too, right? You can ride on trails, you can go get your groceries, take it to the bar, whatever you want to do with it, right? So it does depend a little bit on what else you're going to use it for, but there are a few universal truths that I really like for sporting clays. So I always kind of answer the question with what I like about the bike that I chose and the reasons that I chose it, right? So this is a Rad Runner 2 from Rad Power. It's what I use, what I've used for a couple of years, I don't really plan on changing it. You can see I have the EbikeScabbards mounted on the front, to the handlebar and to the front fork. This one does not have front suspension. I also have one that does have front suspension. I use them both. The no front suspension makes it a little bit lighter, easier to transport. Front suspension obviously makes it a little bit easier to ride. So take your pick there. Now, the features though that I want to get into are number one, like the number one feature for sporting clays is this very wide step through. The Rad Runner has one of the widest step throughs that you'll find. You'll find it on a few other bikes out there, but definitely look for that. Look for something that when you're between stations, you might be tired on station 16, that your foot fits easily through it, that you're gonna have a real easy time stepping through the bike and getting on to go. Otherwise, the only caveat to that is that I would say there are a few of the kind of motorcycle style bikes out there that have really low seats where you can really easily swing your leg over the back, and those work too. I'm sure you've seen a few of those out there with EbikeScabbards on them, and I do really like the way that those look, though I have not ridden one. Another feature on this bike is the twist throttle. I just really think that the twist throttle is easier to operate. When you're going from station to station, you jump on, you just grab the throttle and go. Makes it a lot easier. Maybe it's a matter of personal preference, but I like the twist throttle. I think it makes it easy. Let's see, in no particular order here, another item would be the display, the controller. Now, it's a little bit of a nuance, but I don't know if you can see the controller here, but here, you turn it on, right? And let's see, certain bikes on the controller only stays on for 5 minutes or so with no inactivity, right? You want a controller that stays on long enough that you can pull up to an eight bird station and shoot that whole station, and when you get back to your bike, the controller will still be on, so you don't have to take that couple seconds and power it on before you're ready to go. You can decide for yourself how long that has to be, but just keep an eye on that when you're buying your bike. The other thing is that you want a bike that you can ride with the throttle only, right? And in any controller setting, right? So bottom line is you want to be able to turn the controller on and immediately grab the throttle and turn it and go. There's a few bikes out there that you just have to watch for it. There's a couple bikes where the throttle doesn't work in all controller settings and all assist levels, so just watch for that. Another thing, the tire size, right? This is a kind of a compact cargo bike, which I like for what I use it for. It works great out there. The tire width is about 3.5 inches, I think 3 inches. that's a good size for me. Anything narrower and you're going to have a little bit of a harder time getting through softer trails and that. So you do want some tires that are a little bit wider. Now, as far as the tire diameter this way, you can go to a larger bike. There are plenty of guys out there using like the Aventons and the even like the Rambo bikes where they have much larger tires. Those work great. It's a very comfortable ride. Even much more comfortable than this bike with the larger tire diameter. The only issue that I have with it is that those bikes are heavier and they're harder to transport to the course, harder to load, so on and so forth. Now that is about it, really. Maybe one more thing would be the seat on these. Two things, I would definitely get suspension seat post. You can buy them off of Amazon for 30 bucks, but it just gives you a little bit more cushion in the seat. As well, make sure you have a seat that you can lower down far enough so that you can step on and easily be on the seat and have your feet both on the ground, right? So this gives you ultimate stability. You know, so it's the easiest to get around when you're shooting, when you're pulling up to a station. That's going to be your most kind of stable position on the bike. I know that's different depending on your height, build, that sort of thing, but have a seat that you can lower down that you can be very stable on the bike. And what else? Maybe you know, pannier bags on the back. How do you pronounce it? I'm not sure, but you know, saddle type bags on the back to carry your shells, water, that sort of thing. I like mounting the scabbard on the front, but you certainly don't have to. There's getting to be more and more guys out there that are mounting the scabbard on the rear and putting some sort of a basket on the front or a bag on the opposite side of the scabbard on the rear. Both work fine. I really don't have an opinion on that. Like I say, I wanted this video to be just about answering the common questions I get on what type of bike to use and what features to look for. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, but otherwise I hope that answered those questions. Thanks a lot.